Ferrari's tenure with Hamilton seems to be quite safe, but in the long-term picture, the Maranello-based squad has been advised to think about a potential replacement. While they have some great talents on their hands, although it's highly unlikely that Hamilton will retire in the following couple of years, that doesn't mean Ferrari shouldn't groom his successor, as the name of one rookie came up as the most legitimate driver to replace Hamilton in the first death. But if this turns out to be a reality, when should Ferrari think about Hamilton's replacement? And more importantly, will the start of the new regulations change the way Hamilton thinks about remaining in F1? The debut of Hamilton in Ferrari hasn't been the most desired one, but the message was clear. I'm here for 2026 and the new regulations. Still, even though Ferrari is considered to be one of the favorites to compete up front with Mercedes and potentially Aston Martin, until we see the cars up there, we cannot be too optimistic. This is Ferrari we're talking about. New cane about pack. And if they fail to live up to the expectations, which is something that happened quite a lot in the past couple of years, then there is a huge chance that Hamilton could consider either early retirement or leaving the team. This is one very legitimate reason as to why Ferrari needs to think about a potential successor of Hamilton. Even though the timing is still very early, Lewis hasn't given any hint about withdrawing from the sport anytime soon, which again could be altered by the way Ferrari debuts in 2026. But even if everything goes smoothly, let's not forget one very important thing. Hamilton is in his 4-0s. He's much closer to the end of his career than to the beginning, and I don't think he is a driver that Ferrari hopes would be here for a very, very long period of time, rightfully so. And that's why the current rookies are seen as great opportunities for Ferrari to replace Hamilton. Whether that happens in 2 or 5 years, it doesn't actually matter. The longer the time they spend in other teams, the more experience they gather. And one driver that has been dubbed as a great replacement is Gabriel Bortoleto. I know that he is not part of Ferrari and terms of driving for a team related to them. He's under contract with Audio, and in that case, maybe Behrman could have a competitive edge over Gabriel. However, let's not forget one very important thing. Bortoleto has been very impressive in 2025 compared to his teammate Hülkenberg. And despite the poor results at the beginning of the season, he managed to pick up the pace and put Sauber out there on the map. Many seem to forget that he was the 4-2 champion last year, as he managed to win the title over Isak Hadjar, who is also in phone driver as we speak. Bortoleto's career is managed by Alonso, so I don't doubt that the 2-time world champion will pull some aces out of his sleeves when it comes to promoting Bortoleto to Ferrari. Whether or not that would be the right decision for his career, time, and the adaptation of the Maranello-based squad to the regulations will tell, but the results of Bortoleto speak for themselves. As a Sauber driver, he scored 14 points, and if we are to compare him to Hülkenberg, Ingi. No, this is a big difference in favor of the German racer who sits at PN9 with 37 points, but the momentum has shifted a bit more towards the Brazilian driver who finished in the points for the first time in the 11th race of the season, Austria. It's not just Alonso and Ecclestone who believe that Bortoleto has a very bright future and could be the next big thing for Ferrari. Let's not forget about his compatriot and former phone driver Rubens Barrichello. According to the former Ferrari driver and teammate of Michael Schumacher, the problem with Bortoleto being promoted to the Maranello-based squad could be connected with the financial situation of their homeland. Elaborating further on this, Rubens said, you can see Gabriel doing so well in Formula 1, and we do have plenty of good drivers. It's always a situation with cash. Brazil financially is not as strong as we might think, so this is a problem. But if you go to a go-kart track, there are plenty of go-karts going around. So kids are learning, and their desire to get to the top is still big. It's just a matter of time for us to have more Brazilian phone drivers in there. But then again, the move needs to be orchestrated by Ferrari. The Italian squad are the ones that need to think about the future after Hamilton. Even though it just started in 2025, I know for a fact that they are not really obsessed with this because they first have to harvest the fruits of having a 7-time world champion in their camp. But the fact that they brought him nearly to his 4-0s doesn't really pour in a lot of confidence that they fixed the long-term issue with that seat. With Leclerc constantly improving, and with drivers like Behrman yet to show their worth to Ferrari, Bortoleto's question became a very interesting topic of discussion. But whether or not Ferrari would commit to this move and hire an outsider rather than promote someone from their academy, time will tell. What we do know so far is that they might be smart to think about the post-Hamilton era, one that could be much closer than we anticipate. With all this in mind, what do you think about Bortoleto being part of Ferrari? And more importantly, if he is on the radar of the Italian team, when do you think he'll replace Hamilton? Let us know in the comments below. And once you do that, make sure to click on the video that appears on your screen right now.